Hi friends, Terry Knickerbocker here, and today I wanted to talk with you about character acting and what's it like how do you get into playing someone very different from yourself, which I think would be an amazing, fun gift. There are some actors that you could say, well, they're always just playing themselves. Some actors who have played the part like on a show for the last 20 years. And I was like, that makes me sad. Because I think one of the cool things about acting, same as Halloween, I don't know, in my family with my kids, every year it's like, what do you want to be in Halloween this year? It's not like, well, I was Iron Man last year, so I want to go Iron Man again. There's always this challenge to do something new. And not to repeat yourself and to keep reinventing yourself. So, first of all, I just want to say that I think character acting is the highest level of acting. You know, and the people we love, whether it's Meryl Streep or Kate Blanchett or Dustin Hoffman back in the day, or Robert De Niro, or I don't know, you name it, Paul Dano, Sam Rockwell. These actors are constantly looking for the challenge of how do I transform myself into someone else, which from Meisner's point of view, this guy right here, was a version of you, right? Like it's not this thing over there, because you can't really act what you don't understand. So you have to have some kind of visceral understanding of the person, and Robert Duvall said that character acting is you bent, so like a kaleidoscope, just a tilt of you, tethered to things inside of you. You were going to play Laura in A Glass Menagerie, Tennessee Williams. We know some things about Laura from that script. They're facts. She's shy. People talk to her about being shy. She's got low self-esteem. That's a fact, it's in the script. She has a little bit of a disability. She had an injury in her leg. She kind of has a limp. She has a domineering mother who she's kind of afraid to speak up to, who is always in her business. And she has a rich fantasy life, a yearning, which she lives out through what she calls her glass menagerie, these little glass animals. And she also has a crush on this guy, the gentleman caller, Jim. These are facts. Now, let's say that the actress playing Laura is not shy at all. She's bold, she's brassy, she's outspoken. You can't make Laura outspoken, because that's a violation of the script. So I'm going to get a little visual aid here. I'll be right back. I'm coming right back. So let's say, TK Studio water bottle, that this water bottle is Laura. That's the part, and it's up here. You don't want to bring the part down to you. Instead, you want to say, this is the part, and you want to find the parts of yourself that can rise to meet that part. So I said before, you can't act what you don't understand. So let's say you're that really brassy, outspoken, opinionated actress, no problem. And you have to play someone shy. Is there a shy version of you? Is there some part of you that can understand what it's like to have low self-esteem? I really suck, I'm not good enough. I never finish anything because I'm scared. If that's in you, then you want to dial that up and dial down, like it's a mixing board, the parts of you that are outspoken and confident and all that. So you're rearranging yourself to live out that character, if you can understand it. And I think actors are always rearranging themselves. And there are a lot of different entry points into character. Lee J. Cobb, who was a fantastic actor way back in the 40s and 50s. He was the original Willie Loman in Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. And he was a method actor. And in the method, one of the things they focus on is animal work, which is still very popular now. Like if my character was an animal, what kind of animal would they be? And so when I studied the method at the Lee Strasberg Institute way back in the day, before I was so blessed to get connected to the work of Sandy Meisner through my teacher, William Esper, and Maggie Flanagan and Suzanne Esper, the wonderful faculty that I was blessed to work with. Actors at the Lee Strasberg Institute were always going to the zoo. And you didn't necessarily know what the animal was, but you were going to kind of look at all the animals and one of them would go, oh, that's my animal, and then you'd study that animal. So when Lee J. Cobb was working on the premiere of Death of a Salesman, he went to the zoo. And at the Central Park Zoo, he saw an elephant. He saw a bunch of elephants, but he saw one particular elephant that was maybe older in their lifespan and looked tired. And Willie Loman is at the end of his career, and he's tired. He has these sample cases from when he was a salesman, and he wants to get back to being a salesman, but they're kind of moving him along. It's the death of a salesman. And so he started to develop some of the qualities that he saw in that animal. Now the audience is not going to go, wait, is that a man or is that an elephant? You know, he's not kind of going like this and literally being the elephant, but there was something about the collapse maybe in the bones, in the skeleton of that elephant, and maybe something a little bit sad about being an older elephant that he picked up that's going to be invisible to the audience, but it helps that actor. So that could be an entry point. Maybe I'm like a poodle. I'm a happy little poodle, and I like to wiggle. Maybe that helps me, right? Or maybe I'm a bumblebee, right? And that just doesn't have to be an animal. Could be an insect, could be a fish, could be an octopus. So those are interesting ideas. Maybe it's about a point of view, like money is everything. You know, you have Wolf of Wall Street, right? Or Gordon Gekko in Wall Street, you know, boiler room sales, always be closing, right? Glenn Ross, that's all about, look, it doesn't matter, just get the sale. Who cares, right? Money's everything. What do I care about people? F people. I need money, right? That's a point of view. That may not be your point of view. You might be sort of more touchy-feely and into humanity. But those characters don't care. What difference does it make if I steal their money? You know? It's for me, right? Something cutthroat about, something wolfish about that, right? Just to combine those two ideas. Or it might be that your point of view is money's irrelevant. What difference does it make? Wait a minute. You just bought a Tesla? We can't even pay the rent, but it's just money. We'll find it. It doesn't matter. I just bought us a cabin too. Could be an accent. Maybe I just talk like that. I don't know. I might be something like that. I don't know. It starts to be a different kind of version of me. Or maybe I have a lisp and a high-pitched voice, right? Like Wallace Shawn. Hello. I don't know. I start to speak like this and I start to feel kind of jolly. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's just not that important. These are all interesting entry points to acting and to character. And what I guess I'm trying to communicate to you is it doesn't matter where you get it from. There's so many places you can get it from. All that matters is that you look at the script and say, what are my ideas? And how am I going to start to transform them? I'm just going to tell one more story about Johnny Depp. And he did all those Pirates of the Caribbean, which was a Disney film, right? And he had the idea that Jack Sparrow, that character, was somehow, he was inspired by Keith Richards of the Rolling Stone, who was a former heroin addict, cigarette smoking, hardcore rock and roller. Something about just being like that. That's a Disney film. That's not a Disney idea. And you don't see Keith Richards, but there's something free about the way Johnny Depp approached that, inspired by Keith Richards, that really helped him to play that part. So I guess what I'm saying is, A, it's possible, and B, it's all about your ideas, and it doesn't matter where you get it from. It doesn't matter, right? As long as you have the idea and you have fun putting it together, and it honors the script. See you soon.